Get right at night with Jezuz.
Power 98.3.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that Get Right at Night. We got special guests in studio. Marc E Bassy. What's happening?
Going
What's
on?
up?
What's going on, man? Happy to be here, back in Phoenix, one of my favorite cities to be at.
Yeah, let me tell you something, though. You showed up on Latino time, though, because we were expecting you here at 3. You got me tired over here waiting. I was like, oh, he on the Latino time.
You know, I have to be honest. This is what happened. We were in a time crunch, and I had an appointment to get a new tattoo,
Oh, snap.
which I got.
Okay, let's see it.
So it's brand new.
Brand new tattoo.
It's already the
On the. Oh, yeah. What's it say?
It says only the poets. It says
Only the poets.
homage to my first mixtape. So I was getting a tattoo, and the guy, actually, you know, I'm not gonna blame it on him.
No, yeah.
I was like, I'll be a little bit late, and then the tattoo took extra long. But we're here. You know, I usually like to be punctual, but every once in a while it happens. You know,
Life happens.
I apologize to you guys, but you know,
We got to see the new artwork first. I'm assuming. Did you put it on Instagram already?
I did. I thought on
Okay, so
Instagram
we're the
right
second
after.
ones.
Yeah,
Let's see,
second ones.
A
Yeah.
couple thousands after all your followers.
Mhm.
Let's get to something you put on Twitter, though. Let's see. Exactly 19 hours ago.
Uh
It says, sometimes the hardest thing is the right thing. Broken heart.
oh.
What that about?
Well, I just I broke up with my girlfriend,
Oh,
and it was like, you know, sometimes I usually don't tweet like trite bullshit
Mhm.
on my Twitter. I try to not do that. I'm pretty much anti that.
mhm.
And I usually despise when other people do that, honestly. I usually look at that and it pisses me off. However, this is like one of those simple things that's very true. And sometimes you have to, you know, sometimes the only way to get over something is to go through it.
That's right.
So I could have tweeted that maybe. Maybe I should have left out the broken heart. I was laying it on a little thick, perhaps.
But that happens too. That's
you know,
real life.
Yeah, I realized this. We've been out for a while. Like usually when I go on tour, it's usually like a month, 6 weeks tops. But this one's been 6 weeks, and then but before that, I was also gone a lot for like a month. So I haven't really been home. Probably like it feels like maybe 3 or 4 months or something.
Dang.
And I started to feel like a little bipolar, sort of. Not like actually bipolar, but just like the person that I am when I'm at home
Versus the
is
person.
so much different than the person I am when I'm on the road playing shows.
Mhm.
We party a lot. We do all the things that people do on tour. Especially myself. You could ask like anyone I tour with. The first like 40 days of tour, I'm pretty wild. Not like whatever.
Yeah.
More than most. So I just, when I like wake up out of that, like sort of towards the end of a tour or something, I usually wake up and I'm like, damn, like the amount of change that's happened between when I left
So when you came
for
back.
tour to now is like extreme. However, I felt like everything I did was kind of the right thing for me and the right thing for the other person. But you know, there's always just that period of time that you got to go through it. It's like anything worth having is usually difficult. So that's where the tweet came from.
That breaks my heart now.
Well,
to
I'm
hear that,
sorry.
brother. Sorry to hear
Yeah.
that, brother. But how's it been adjusting to these longer dates?
It's good. Like there's nothing in the world I love more than singing my music live and like touring. And we have like the Bassy squad has really good camaraderie and we have fun, eat good food,
Yeah.
like just go hang out. I really enjoy it. Some people don't like touring, but for me, it's just like if I could be on tour, you know, I would almost tour like the majority of the year.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
the guy who did my tat, he's like in this heavy metal band called Insight
Okay.
out of Phoenix, and they tour in a van 160 days a year.
Oh,
You know,
snap.
and we're over here complaining about like, oh, I haven't shit. I'm like, and we like got the nice bus and hotels, and they're like, you know, at the truck stop, at the what do you call it, Flying J. You know,
Yep.
and he was talking about that. Like, so we're very fortunate, and you know, hopefully, when you focus on things that are, you know, good in your life, you get more. So that's what I try to do.
I feel them good vibes. Because before this, you was on TV too. You did
I was,
the
yeah.
late night show. You did with Dinah Jane and
Ty Dolla
Ty
Sign.
Dolla Sign.
Mhm.
How was that experience?
That was so much fun. I was nervous. I was like, I usually don't get nervous because I've been, you know, I've toured a couple years. I
Yeah.
kind of got my bearings on stage when I'm, you know, even I've been in arena tours before. I played at Coachella in front of like 50,000 people. So I've been in a lot of different situations. I've been booed off stage too. I've had a bottle thrown at me. Like I've been in fights with the crowd. Everything in terms of like my whole life is being a performer. So the one thing I hadn't really done is like be on a major late night show. So I really was like feeling the butterflies, and that was exciting. And then like we killed it. Dope song, dope show. And then also I could announce, I haven't told anyone this, but on the 19th, November 19th, we're playing Love Her 2 on Corden, the Late Show. So yeah, we got another late night thing coming up.
That's
so that'll be fun.
super dope. That's the record with G-Eazy.
It's a record with G-Eazy, yeah.
That record's doing good. How'd that collaboration come about? How'd y'all link up for that? What's the deal with that?
I mean, I think we've made like 8 records together at this point or something.
Yeah.
I think 6 have come out. So we're pretty much at the point where it's like anytime I'm doing a project or he does a project, we kind of tap in and just like, what do you got? You know, you got something I could get on. I sent him a couple options, and he liked this one. I think it's cool. No one's ever like really heard Gerald on like it's like a soul beat, you know? So it's kind of cool, a little different. And the subject matter is like pretty much right down his alley. So yeah, just it worked out. I mean, that's my homie, so it's not like a
I hate agent type.
I'm so tired of like trying to get a feature, like, oh, call my manager, call this guy, call this guy, and then he's like, oh, I'm gonna need 30 bands. It's like, bro, no, I'm not paying anyone for features ever. Like, I make some of the best music in the world. And I don't charge people. If I f with you, I give people verses. Like, I just gave my little homie Dom 2 full songs and verses from Marin City, and that's like my homie. And for his mixtape, you know, hella people aren't gonna hear it. They're not even gonna know about it. And like, if I f with someone, I give them my, you know, I'll bring my talents to the table. And if, you know, I expect the same in return. So
that's dope. No,
you know, unless your name is like Drake or Kendrick Lamar, like I'm not gonna like politic and have my label write some huge check. Like I don't need anyone else's voice on my music, period. So it has to be about, you know, the love and like an organic thing. And that's like, it's fun for me to make music with Gerald because that's my homie in real life. So like it works, you know?
Sure.
And that's how I want to keep it. Like I have a really dope feature that's coming on the album. I have 2 or 3, and all of them just happen off the strength of the music and people respecting what I do. And there's been times when I tried to get verses and they were like,
oh no,
oh, I need like a huge bag. It's like, bro, I just wanted to do it because I want to make good music. I'm not gonna like, yeah. So that shit pisses me off sometimes. Sorry.
Let's talk about the project though. Postmortem Depression, the EP. There was only 5 records on that thing.
Yeah.
How many records did you actually make? And then
well, no, so it's actually like a pre-sale, but I just didn't call it that yet. So it's gonna be a full length. It's gonna have 14 tracks on it. These are like the 5 sort of commercially songs that we wanted to put. You know, so really when you listen through it, like those are damn near all singles, in my opinion.
Yeah,
you know?
no, yeah.
So, but there's a lot of more sort of boundary pushing, kind of creative, interesting music that comes with it that sort of explains the title a little more. You know, we live in a crazy postmodern depressed world these days. It's a very divisive, wild time to be alive in, you know, culturally, politically, all that. And I put all that into my music, and I always have. But that's not what they, you know, like the songs that people like know about me is like You and Me and Some Kind of Drug, and songs that I wrote for other people. And that's, I mean, yeah, like that's what people will know. But if you actually come to my show, like my fans, that's never their favorite songs. So I made Postmodern Depressions for them, and I'm really excited like to show people what I did, because I haven't put my political beliefs into any of my music in a long time, since I made Only the Poets. And this new project, when you hear the full length, it's all in there. And that's like what I'm excited for. I haven't really heard enough artists be political in a way that isn't just like purely surface level. Like, and when you're just surface level, you kind of shut down the conversation. And that's the problem that we have in this country, is like someone just says, you know, Donald Trump. I mean, that was tight when YG did that, just because that needed to be said at that time. But like, if you just say that, then the other person can be like, no, fuck you. I love Donald Trump. And then that's war. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being like, this is why, and this is how I feel, but let me hear what you have to say too. And I think like me, myself, I come from the most, liberal pocket. And I'm from San Francisco, California. This is like the home of gay rights, Black Panthers, the hippie movement. Like so I'm fully from that. But I also have family from the South, that grew up like poor Southerners in rural North Carolina. So I kind of know that side too. And I understand why people are so fractured. And that's what I want to put in my music. And, it's not, I think that people focus on the wrong things a lot of times and they just like, they assume that we're really so much different. But when you go on tour, that's like the best thing about being on tour is you notice like, this is all the same shit. We all listen to the same music. We all have the same issues at home, same problems with our family. The biggest difference in problems we have is money. Every other problem, racially, gender-wise, ethnic, whatever, is the same. We all have the same problems as human beings. So the real war that's going on is between rich people and poor people. It's not between Black, white, Mexican, gay, trans. And when people start fighting about that, and when that becomes the real, everything's so charged up like that, you can't change those things about yourself, and you can't unlearn how to be. If you're gay, you're gay. That's how you were born. If you're Black, white, Hispanic, whatever, you can't change those things. So when these politicians, when they make that the central focus of what we need to fight about, and that's everything is a social justice issue, then we're just gonna fight because everyone's different. But when they make it, when you humanize it and you realize, no, we all have the same shit, the real fight that's going on is rich people cutting taxes for themselves, sending people's jobs away, not taking care of people financially. That's like where we can actually come together, I feel like, and start to fix things. And people need to fucking realize that the earth is burning up, and people need to make green jobs, and people need to fight for the environment. There's so many things that could bring people together that the second you throw out a simple surface level just shot at the other side, you limit that ability. And in my music, I try to kind of sort of present both sides and see it a whole picture, So
That's dope. Speaking about the earth burning up, pretty much these fires, were you affected by any of the fires out there?
It's crazy too. We've been gone so long, we haven't, my family's safe. Me and one of the guys on my crew, Gino, this guy right here, he's where we're from, in Northern California. It's been burned up. That happened last year too, the Napa fires. Luckily, I don't have any friends that were injured. I know a few people actually that lost their houses, but they're extremely rich and they're celebrities, so cool. They're fine. Yeah. But I mean, it's really wild. This is devastating. People not, I think there's hundreds of people missing. They're probably not missing.
Seeing the videos is crazy. I don't know if you saw that video that's been viral. The young lady driving through the fires.
Yeah.
And just praying to God, yo, please
that
get me
shit
out of
was
this.
so scary.
Please get me out of this. Please get me out of this. And just seeing that, it's yo, this is going on for real. This is legit, real life.
Yeah.
This is crazy. So luckily, none of your homes anything was affected. Your family and friends were affected.
Mm-mm.
So back to the album. Any more features on that thing?
Yeah. I mean, on the full length, we have some really dope features, but I kind of want to wait for people to just
let the
see them.
track list come
There's
out.
There's one that's a really popping singer rapper from Toronto, not named Drake.
Not named Drake.
So you can figure that out.
I'm gonna say it's. I'm gonna just guess it's.
We'll see. And then I got one of the new budding stars of good music is on there too.
Oh, who's on it? It's new. Valet's on there.
Not him.
It's not Valet. I don't know. Now you got me thinking. Now I'm wondering who it is. No, but
well, if I say anything else, it'll be too easy
to guess who that person is. Yeah. Where do they go to find everything about Marc E Bassy?
MarceBassy is my my handles on all my Instagram and everything. Also, we started a podcast, so you can check that out. I probably did better expressing myself in this little short radio interview than I did on the whole podcast. But the first installment, is it live yet? Are we live? Not yet. It'll be live when? It's Wednesday, November 14th, probably by next Monday at least. It starts. It's called I Can Hear Jimmy. And it's basically me and my homies just talking about whatever we want. And it's sort of based around as of right now, based around life on the bus. but it's called I Can Hear Jimmy. If you go to the podcast app, you could listen to it, and it's like me and my producer, Count Bassy, and my piano player just kind of talking shit and having some Hennessy. So, check that out too.
That's dope. That's dope. For folks that haven't been to a Marc E Bassy show, they're going to Club Red tonight with you and Kyle. What can they expect?
You can expect it's going to be extremely packed out, hot and sweaty, and a good show tonight. It's a smaller venue. I sold out this venue last time myself, so me and Kyle is going to be hectic in there.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy in there.
We added some musical elements to my show. So we have like a piano player now that's playing like 3 keyboards at a time, and it sounds beautiful. We added a lot more sort of like broken down a cappella parts. And then we turn up extremely hard at the end, so they could expect that.
There it is right there. Hey, appreciate you stopping by. Any final words you want to give to the world?
Just keep being good to each other, man.
Get right at night with Jezuz.
Power 98.3.